This is only 2 seconds. You said that earlier. We all thought we had. Despite that, Mr. Mashari has taken 30 minutes to argue factual issues, going to affidavits, nothing on a point of law that he responded to. In my submission, therefore, the court will be perfectly entitled to disregard every word he uttered.
Yes, we know how to separate the chaff from the wheat, from the submissions. Yes.
My lady, before I start my submission so that my time doesn't run, I am find myself in the position, I'm Willie Sotieno for the fourth petitioner, in the unfortunate position that I'm one of the most mistreated petitioners in these proceedings by the first and second respondents. They served me late, as I indicated already during the pre-conference, and we lost the opportunity to respond. And this court did indicate that when we'll be doing our response, we can comment on some of those issues. We never filed a rejoinder to them because we were the ones who were served late outside the timelines provided by the court. So, but I don't intend to go deep into facts, but I may make one sentence references just to meet what had been allowed before, if that is in order. Number one, my lords and my ladies, we must assert that the KPMG report, the only expert report that has been done on the biometric voter register, that evidence has not been challenged by any other expert evidence. And that evidence which we annexed and referred to, we can now safely conclude that the 481,711 duplicates that are in that report, 481,711 is admitted. The second point that I wish to respond relates to the question my learned senior Professor Gidu Muigai said, that if these elections were badly conducted, not in accordance with the law, what about the other 5-tier elections where we have governors and senators? One answer, jurisdiction. Every court will have its day. Every court will consider the facts of those cases. The third point that I wish to respond to relates to what was asked of when the regulations that gave the chairman the power, the returning officer, were passed. They were law at the time he acted. Simple answer. Maina Kiai case had already answered that question of what the law was. Maina Kiai case had interpreted Article 138(3)(c) of the Constitution. That was the law, and any regulation being made to circumvent that law by itself is unconstitutional. As I said, Helef was a petitioner in Maina Kiai case. Helef came to court. Helef has come back to court to enjoy the fruits of his litigation in Maina Kiai case, and I was his proud lawyer in that particular case as well. My lords and my ladies, reference was made that the IBC saw the ballot boxes for the first time that necessitated the postponement of the elections on the 8th of August. My lords and my ladies, Lycos never disappoints. You've just been told how Lycos, wherever they printed ballots, they've always ended up with postponed elections. IBC should have exercised due diligence to make sure that even the pre-printing images are cross-checked and confirmed to be accurate. An admission that I submit is that IEBC was not diligent and it must pay that penalty. It cannot transfer the consequences of their lack of diligence on the people of Kenya through fake elections. My learned friend, Mr. Gumbo, spoke on technology, and he gave us the Kriegler report. Kriegler report did not say deploy weak and vulnerable technology. Kriegler report required you to deploy sufficient, efficient, integral technology that protects the will of the voter. Kriegler report did not make a recommendation for Jose Camargo, Diego Maradona midfielder, to sit in the middle and start distributing results, as was demonstrated today in the morning. Kriegler report is not an answer or does not excuse a technology that the KPMG audit report has found and confirmed to be vulnerable, has 14 unauthorized users called Embakasi South clerks. The fourth point I want to raise is IBC has confirmed that we look at the portal to tally the results. It is not the public portal that is used to tally. Tallying is a function of the commission. The commissioners must perform a tally of those results. And what is the commission vis-a-vis the secretariat? I refer this court to the case of Engineer Michael Kamau versus EACC, where the court specifically said the core functions of a commission cannot be performed by the secretariat. That was the Court of Appeal decision. It's part of the bundle of documents that we've annexed. You are told, my lords and my ladies, when in relation to the question of how integral the technology was, and my learned that Justice Lenaola did ask, when you take a JPEG and it comes out as a PDF, and I tie it to the response, what Kamago was doing in the system, and my learned friend Samane said, he's a plumber. He's like a plumber maintaining the system. Let me say this. Once a plumber has fixed your bathroom, that plumber has no business being in your bathroom when you are showering. If you find him at that time, you tell him, get behind me, Satan, as was said in the book of Mark 8:33 in the Bible, when the devil entered Peter, and Jesus told him, get behind me, Satan. A plumber who is in your bathroom when you are showering after fixing your shower is no longer a plumber, is a sexual offender and should be reported.
Let's stick to the
I'm guided. I'm guided. Mr. Somane took you through several forms, explanations, trying to explain what is voter turnout, the KIMS kit. At the end of the day, when you leave, are you able to answer the constitutional threshold, the question, are those results, or sorry, is that system of technology simple, verifiable, and accurate? Why the many explanations? Why the kizungu mingi? It should be simple, accurate, and verifiable. What we've been shown is not simple, is not accurate. This court is still left with so many questions as to the true KIMS kit logins, as to the true and exact turnout of voters as at 5 p.m. on the 9th of August. You are told that parties must have their own agents to present things here. My petitioner is not a political party. He is not a candidate, but is a voter entitled to participate in elections and to present a petition. The obligation, legally speaking, is on IEBC to provide a free, fair, and verifiable election. There is no obligation on a voter like Hele Khalifa to hire and recruit agents all over the country to watch how the elections are conducted.